Tina, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Hi, welcome to the program.
Here.
Tina.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, it's your turn. Have at it.
Oh, geez, I didn't think that other person was going to talk so briefly. Thanks for having me on, Rush. I really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. It's great to have you here.
When I heard you this morning, one thing that jumped right out at me was when you used the Scalia quote about gay marriage to say that this is going to lead to all kind of other implied bad things, and then you link transgenderism in, getting our rights in with that. That really alerted me that I wanted to talk to you.
No, wait. I was reading from Time magazine nearly a year after the Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage, another social movement is poised to challenge deeply held cultural beliefs. It's a whole story in Time magazine called The Transgender Tipping Point, and it is they who discuss the Scalia Supreme Court ruling and what he meant, and they say he was right. It's now, doors are wide open.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that you are not, saying that transgender rights is a bad thing that conservatives should oppose.
Oh, no. I've been for trannies for a long time. I said, I don't know if you've heard otherwise.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did hear you using that term, and a lot of us do find that to be rather offensive because of the way it's been historically used.
Oh, I didn't know that. Tranny is offensive?
Yeah, it's kind of an argument, and Ruth Hall is taking the position.
I heard Alec Baldwin use the term. When he was in trouble because he has made a lot of homophobic comments.
Right.
And he wrote this big apologia that ran in one of the New York area publications. He used the term tranny as though it were hip and an inside baseball term that made him cool with the transgender.
Yeah, that is kind of the minority viewpoint on it, is that we're reclaiming that word like black people use the N-word. But a lot of us are genuinely fighting for our rights. We hear tranny as a joke on 2.5 Men, and we hear tranny as a joke, as a derisive term all over the place.
Oh.
And so we don't really appreciate it. We would rather be called trans or trans people or trans men or trans women for sure.
All right. I thought it was cool and hip. You're telling me it's like the N-word, except do you all use it amongst yourselves?
In certain contexts. Like, I will use it when I'm talking about the way somebody else sees me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say something like, they don't want a tranny working there.
Well, how do people know you're a tranny?
Well, a lot of them don't, and that certainly leads to part of the problem. People have this fear that they're going to get attracted to somebody who turns out to be a tranny. And one of the things about being transgender is that kind of whatever somebody's sexual preference is, you're not it. Gay men don't want to have anything to do with effeminate types, and straight men don't want to have anything to do with people that have got, wrong plumbing or wrong history. And, lesbian women are interested in certain things that just never going to be the same, no matter how much surgery you have.
Yeah.
So that definitely is a problem. People often think that I'm going around trying to trick people, and so I will often, if I'm going to a bar.
Well, okay, so you're a transgender. How would you trick somebody? What are they afraid of?
They're afraid that, again, from their perspective, they're afraid that I'm going to present as a real woman and trick them into having sex. I mean, that's what you see on Jerry Springer.
But at some
3 times
point,
a week.
Okay. At some point, even if you do trick them, they're going to find out that they've been tricked and it's not going to work, right? I mean, if they think you're a guy, but you're not, at some point they're going to find out if they have to try to have sex.
Well, a lot of times people have oral sex or anal sex in the dark, and that's the kind of thing that you see.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it. Oh, you're right, because everybody, has. Oh, gee.
There was a scene, there's this cartoon show about a family that they have a dog that plays a person, and the dog who plays the person accidentally had sex with somebody that he didn't know was a post-operative transsexual, and when the dog finds out the dog barfs for 30 entire seconds of the cartoon.
Is that Family Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can see where that would be insulting. I can see where that would really, really upset you.
And so we're operating in that kind of environment. Right now I'm living in a weekly rate motel because nobody will rent me an apartment. Nobody will have me in a kind of a roommate situation.
Well, then they have to. Well, wait a minute. Then they have to know then. If
well, don't you know from my voice?
Well, no. You're not going to trick me on that. No.